My A1C went from 11.4 to 5.9. I was 248 pounds when I first went to the doctor. By the time I saw her again, I was somewhere close to around 230 or so. I have type 2 diabetes. So in 2025, I used to just eat out a lot. I know I was battling depression. Part of my way of kind of just dealing with that, I guess what we call comfort eating was one of the ways that I used to do that. So I was always eating out a lot. I mean, whether it was Indian food, Popeyes, a lot of foods. And I mean, there was just a lot of money that I guess you could say I've wasted just eating out a lot. I'm a pastor. And so a lot of times when I would be traveling or like visiting, instead of like carrying a meal with me, I would always stop by someplace. So McDonald's or, any of these other places, So I used to just I used to eat out a lot. And, it's not until like I saw pictures, I was just like, oh, wow, yeah, I really started to pack on some serious pounds. In January, I went to the doctor, something I was actually avoiding doing, honestly, because a few years ago, I was told, at least from my blood sugar levels, I was on the brink of diabetes. And I wasn't really thinking too much about it. I was actually avoiding going to the doctor for like nearly 2 years because I was just too afraid. I didn't want to just think of that kind of reality. I just had a lot of issues, like in terms of like dandruff, some skin issues, feeling overweight. There was even times where I thought I was having pain in my back, but little did I know that was pretty much my kidneys trying to tell me that something's wrong. And I wasn't aware of that. I just treated it like back pain. And eventually when I went to the doctor and the results were alarming, I found out that my A1C, last time I took it was like 5.6 like back in 2024. Now it's all the way to 11.4 with my average glucose being 282 milligrams. And my levels, whether it's vitamin B, vitamin D, my levels were down. A lot of things were abnormal. And I was only like 1 point off from getting kidney disease. It was very alarming. It's crazy. I don't remember if it was a friend of mine or my mother that was just telling me. She's like, on this track, you're progressing to a slow death. The reality was, I said, oh my goodness, does this mean I have to be on insulin or whatnot? Because like my grandfather had diabetes. My father had diabetes. I mean, I've seen my father take blood pressure medications and these kind of things. And, I didn't want that for myself. But I just knew after that, I really just kind of had to really think about the quality of life that I wanted. I was just sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. For me, it's like I've seen it, and I just had to stop and think to myself. It's just like the words that were told to me is just like, you're like on a slow progression to a lot of complications that could end up being deadly one day if I keep on this path. So for me, it was like, choose life or death, man. What kind of quality of life do you want to have? My mother is a very health conscious person. She was the one actually that sent me a seminar from Mastering Diabetes. So I listened to it and, my mother asked me about it. She says, would you be open to doing this kind of program? So when I got started, immediately when I saw the portal and I saw recipes, exercise videos, connected with my coach, it was like an app. And I could see that there were, every time you log in, there's these goals. There's like almost like these badges you can get. I told myself, this is me choosing me. And I said, we're going to give it a shot now. So it was a bit of a challenge at first, especially like finding recipes. Cause I mean, like when I realized it was like no oils, I was just like, oh my goodness, I have like 3 different oils on the counter. I'm just like, what am I going to do with these oils? Right. So, and then I was just like, okay, so we're replacing this with vegetable broth. So I said, okay. I would say the first recipe I really tried was the 3-bean quinoa recipe from week 1. I enjoyed it. I really did. Working with Mastering Diabetes, my A1C went from 11.4 to 5.9. I was 248 pounds when I first went to the doctor and received my diagnosis. By the time I saw her again, I was somewhere close to around 230 or so. I don't even know how long it took, to be honest with you, but I wasn't scratching my head as much from the dandruff. And then eventually, I'm just like, I said, it doesn't look like I have snowfall coming off my head anymore. Energy went up. I wasn't as fatigued. And honestly, being a part of the program, I was feeling really driven. I'm very grateful for the program is that it helped me discover my why. This is about a lifestyle change. I wrote down and gave myself some goals, but I told myself, I think I could run a 5K one day. I think I could do one of those obstacle races one of those days. It encouraged me to even go to the gym and exercise a bit more. So it really built that sense of why, and it fueled me to do things more. And I was feeling really good. And I realized a lot of things that I wanted to do, or at least healthy practices I wanted to do for self-care. I was able to start doing them. Of course, with my numbers, they were originally, when I started, they were in like the upper 100s. And so like 180, like between the 170s, 180s. I think, if anything, that kind of made me start to see things start to come down. I started seeing myself in the 90s and the 80s. Now, I had to go download some charts online because I was just like, I needed to track, because I wanted to see exactly what ranges I were in. I think that was my way of really kind of seeing like my blood sugar numbers were dropping. And, at the same time, of course, I had started Manjaro. I was 2.5 milligrams of Manjaro. The doctor had wanted me to follow up in a month's time. So in 1 month's time, when I went to the doctor, she was amazed. Now, she told me just straight, she said, I know I put you on a small dosage of Manjaro to kind of see how you were doing. And she said, I expected you to lose 6 to 7 pounds. She said, you lost 18 pounds. She said, there's something else that you're doing. She's like, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to keep on doing that. A lot of folks were asking me what I've been doing. I was on the program, Mastering Diabetes. I said, I eat whole food, plant-based diet. I said, once you put the processed food aside and you start eating whole foods, another thing is I felt full. I didn't feel so hungry, like I needed to consume so much. Like I noticed the difference when I ate a bowl of oatmeal and I was full, because I'm like, I normally would have to eat 2 or 3 times as much to feel full. When I was eating eggs and bacon and sausages, I realized when the healthier I ate, the more full I felt and the more I was actually able to do stuff. So that was really the big thing for me. My experience with Mastering Diabetes has been one where I'm not only given the tools, but I'm also given the accountability, the encouragement to keep on going, because I said it's a very holistic process in the sense that you have to be okay up here as much as you want the rest of your body to be okay. And, to have someone who you're checking in with your blood sugars, someone you could talk to when you get advice, when you're discouraged, you post things, you share what you're doing, and other people are inspired, they're encouraging you. When it comes to processed foods, eliminate as much as you can as possible. I mean, you may use some little slight things here and there. I keep the red, yellow, and green red light foods on my refrigerator. Having the tools and having the support makes a difference. It's more than just trying to change on your own. Being a part of a community and a program that really actually gives you those tools and encourages you and gives you the recipes. And they even help you find if there's a recipe that doesn't work. What I appreciate with my coach, she'll help me find some smaller recipes. Like, I think she helped me with like the chickpeas and spinach recipe that I've been eating consistently. It's like my go-to breakfast because it's quick, but it does the job. If you're thinking about working with Mastering Diabetes, I would say you have all the tools that you need to succeed. And one of the things where they will challenge you, which made the difference for me, they will help you really kind of just stop and ask yourself why. Like, what is your why? Because that why is what will drive you. And it's like really kind of thinking about that why that's really helped me propel me in terms of taking everything seriously. How just taking care of not just your diet, like getting to sleep, the exercise, even with the information that is shared through some of the seminars, some of the videos that are there, even looking at other posts and seeing other people's recipes and knowing that there are other people that are right where you are. And so you don't feel alone in this. It's a very powerful thing. I felt, encouraged and felt like, okay, like I'm a part of something. I'm not alone in this. Joining Mastering Diabetes will give you a sense of community that will let you know that you're not alone and that you can do this and that you can experience the change.
Real quick, I've got a gift for you. It's our free Mastering Diabetes meal guide. The exact system our team spent hundreds of hours creating to help people lower blood sugar and reverse insulin resistance naturally. Inside, we show you the specific foods that make your cells more insulin sensitive, not less. You'll learn how to build meals that clear fat out of your liver and muscle tissue, restoring your body's ability to move glucose from your bloodstream into your cells. It's a science-backed blueprint with recipes, grocery lists, and real-world meals that thousands of our clients use to drop their fasting numbers, boost energy, and watch their A1C fall naturally. And here's the best part. It's completely free. All you have to do is comment the word guide below and we'll send it straight to you. No catch, no strings, just the exact framework that's helped thousands of people finally take control of their blood sugar and their life once again. Until next time, keep those carbs high and that A1C low.